Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. This one's on a movie called The Zero Boys. This is from Arrow Video USA, and it's a film by Nico Mastorakis. If I say the name right, I probably butchered it. But this is from 1986 and obviously released now on Blu-ray from Arrow. It has the brand new 4K resolution. Usually these are like in 2K. This is a brand new 4K. Unfortunately, I don't have a 4K TV, so I wasn't able to watch it in 4K transfer. But what this movie is about, it's about this group of guys called the Zero Boys, and they're kind of, the group is like a survivalist kind of group, kind of like with paintball and stuff, and like this like Old West kind of setting. I didn't know anything about this movie before I watched it, and I didn't know what was happening at first. And here they make a bet with the like main guy from another group, and if they won, you know, then the main guy of the Zero Boys would be able to take this guy's girl with him for the weekend. And he's like, you know, you don't have to do anything with him or anything, just go, and because he lost the bet. And so he goes, and they're just gonna have fun for the weekend, you know, the typical fun weekend with, you know, teenage kids, or however old they are. I think they're supposed to try to be teenagers, but really I think they're probably about 20, 21. But who knows? They don't say what the age is, but they go and they're driving and stuff, and then while they're driving, they see this woman running, and they go to find her, and then they see a cabin. They decide the cabin's it's abandoned, but it's not abandoned. They just decide to stay there for the night and, you know, crash there and have a party and that, and then things start to happen. They start to see people like they were having, you know, unprotected sex, you know, teenagers like to do after drinking and that. And they see somebody watching them, so they know they're being watched, and they want to get out of there, and they can't because something happened with the truck, and then they're kind of being stalked by these people that seem to be everywhere, and they're kind of watching them wherever they go. And the movie is like, it's not exactly a horror movie. It's more of a action and thriller, and they say a little bit of like a slasher in there. I guess in a way there's a slasher, but really it's not a lot of horror elements at all. I did kind of like this movie. I'm not saying I need the blood and the guts. I really liked every character in this movie, really. I thought everybody, you know, of course except for the people you're not supposed to like the bad guys in the movie. But I thought the whole group, the cast, you know, was really done very well. I really liked all of them. The one guy had like a white patch in his hair, and I think he was like my favorite one. The leader was you know, a good leader. He did, like when you first see him in the beginning, he yells something out to the bad guy, and it was kind of funny. The whole reason for them being called the Zero Boys, and I'm not sure if this is a spoiler or not. They say it in the movie, but it's not like I'm, you know, revealing anything. But they used to be in last place all the time during this competition with the paintball and that, and they got nicknamed the Zero Boys. And then they decided to do something about it, and they trained, you know, in their off time with this, and then they got really good, and now they're like the champs, and they decided to keep the name the Zero Boys. So that's why the Zero Boys came in, which is, you know, that's pretty cool. And you have Kelli Maroney in here, who everybody probably knows from Night of the Comet and Chopping Mall. You know, you have her in here, of course. And Nico does on here like the interview with him. It's I mean, I've never seen it on a special feature before. He's interviewing himself, so he's like being an interviewer, interviewing himself. So like they cut scenes. It was done very well. I thought it was clever and funny and informative. You have an interview with Kelli Maroney on here as well. Of course, there's the reversible art and everything. But before I get into all that, though, like I said, I thought the movie was good. I never heard of it before. I liked the idea of it. I'm not sure if I liked it as much as some people probably would. I really liked the 80s aspect of it, of course. Like just them driving through town. The way the signs were back then, and that, you know, I really love that. You know, it's a movie in the woods that happens, you know, so much, but I love that kind of setting, so that really, you know, was cool to me. There were some scenes where if it was like dark before they're going to walk into the cabin, it was very gritty, grainy looking, and not in like the kind you like. I don't know I guess because maybe the cleanup, like that's the best they could get. But I thought that looked kind of like weird to me. I don't know, but the best they could do with how gritty and cleaning up, whatever. That's the best you can do. One thing that kind of upset me in this movie, and I'm not sure if this is a spoiler or not. It's not revealing anything really, but I thought too many people survive in this movie, and that's it. There's a scene with a snake that really terrified me because I'm a scared of snakes, but I just there's just too many people surviving this movie, and I believe now he wants to make more nowadays, but. There's also an interview on here with, like I said, with Kelli Maroney. There's Blame It on Rio, where they're talking to star Nicole Rio, and then, like I said, reversible art. There's a booklet, all that good stuff. And also, it's very early score from Hans Zimmer, who did like Inception, The Dark Knight. I thought the soundtrack to this movie, I thought it played out well. It matched everything in the movie. You could hear everything very well. The sound was great, which again, I say that plays a big part in movies. If you can't hear the sound right, it could be the best movie in the world. If the sound isn't right, it's really gonna like bring down the value or the my attention span on it. And is great. And it was a kind of a quick watch too. It's an hour and a half long, but you stayed glued to it. There's kind of like this torture scene as well. They put a bag over her head, and you could see her kind of like suffocating at the same time. And the cool thing was there was like a top loader VHS player in there, which was great. He pounds on the top of it, and then the nostalgic lover in me was like, "Don't do that," But whatever. And then there's other things that happen to it later on, which I won't get into here. But yeah, let me show you the reversed artwork and the booklet. Alright, and there of course is the newer cover, and you get the reversed artwork, which makes it look more like on the action side, I think. I think they're both good looking covers. They really didn't stray too far from the color aspect or from the theme. And there you have the inside. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD, both like, images from the cover. And in the booklet, very nice. If you've seen the movie, you know where that scene is from. But and then on the back is Kelli Maroney, and then inside, you got it tells you the cast right away there, some images, everything that everybody did. It's a very nice booklet, a lot of images. I mean, of course, there's writing too, but there's, like I said, a lot of images. That's like a scene from the beginning of the movie. Again, lots of information as usual. So yeah, I did like this movie. Again, though, I thought there was the lack of blood, which again isn't necessary all the time, but there was way too many survivors. That was my main complaints, and everything else I thought was great. It had that 80s vibe to it, the haircuts, the music, the style. Like, hey, do you want to get out of here and go find some place with loud music and people, and drinking and stuff? It was, it was done. It's a good 80s kind of cheesy movie, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. So make sure you check out the trailer for this movie at the end of the video, and give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And feel free to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Horrormino. That's everybody. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.
Was a woman. I saw her running through here a minute ago. I'm positive, Steve.
Crystal apparently had way too much hairspray on and it caught on fire. It's horrible.
You're laughing.
I'm laughing now. It wasn't funny at the time.
The Zero Boys.
This isn't a game.
Bye.